Hello students, welcome back. So student, today again we are going to continue with the chapter food safety. This is the second module of this chapter. Student, if you had missed out module first of this chapter, you can check into the description box. Link is already mentioned there. So student, let's begin. Okay. Let us have a look on learning objectives of this module. So in this module, you are going to learn about food storage and prevention and food adulteration. Students, let us begin with the topic food storage and preservation. We have learned about various methods of safe storage of food like freezing, dyeing, drying, boiling, airtight packing, etc. These different methods prevent the growth of microorganisms in food and thereby save the food from spoiling. So student, food protection is the prevention of food spoilage by microbial growth and infestation by the pest. Now we will see different methods of food protection. There are various methods of food protection. First we will see about freezing. Student, freezing is the biological and chemical reactions in food materials are slowed down at low temperature. As a result, food remains in good condition for a longer duration. This is why refrigerators are used in the kitchen. Next method of food protection is smoking. Student, food is preserved with the help of smoke. Aluminium phosphide is used in this method. As you can see, this food stuffs are cooked with the help of a smoke. Okay, so that is why they remain for a longer duration. Next method for food protection is the use of insecticide. Student, in this, malathion is sprayed on the gunny bags containing food grains. As you can see, the farmer use insecticide in a large number. Okay, that is on a large scale to preserve their food grains from the insect. As you can see, the man is using malathion, okay, one kind of a chemical to spread on the food grains. Next method is irradiation. Student, in this method, food is exposed to ionizing radiations such as high energy electrons emitted by oscillators, X-rays, gamma rays emitted by radioactive isotopes, etc. Student, during this process destroys the microbes, insect, etc. The shelf life of fruits increases due to increase in ripening period. The shelf life of potatoes and onions increases due to slow down sprouting. As you can see in the image, gamma rays has been sprayed on the fruit, okay, boxes of a fruit. So it will increase the shelf life of the fruits, okay. And here the gamma rays are sprayed on the fruits, so the number of bacteria are going to decrease. Next is pasteurization. This method involves heating the milk or other similar foodstuffs up to a certain temperature. For example, milk at 80 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes and cooling it quickly. This destroys the microbes present in the milk and it keeps for a longer duration. And student, you had already seen in your house that your mother will, after some time, she is going to boil the milk. Okay, again and again she is going to boil the milk to remain it good, in a good condition. So that is nothing but the pasteurization. Next is use of insert gas. Student, in this, nitrogen gas is filled in airtight packets of potato wafers and other food products, thus preventing the growth of fungus and insects in them. Okay, which you like to eat, packet, Lays and everything. You will find that it consists of a air inside it. Okay, inside that wrapper. So that wrapper is filled with nothing but the nitrogen gas. It will protect it from germs and bacteria. As you can see in the image, how the nitrogen gas is filled into the wrapper of a potato chips. Now student, let us begin with the next topic, that is food preservation. So student, use of various preservatives to prevent for a long period of time food spoilage due to internal factors is called food preservation. So student, there are two types of preservatives: natural preservatives and chemical preservatives. Students, in natural preservatives, some naturally available materials like salt, sugar, oil are used as preservatives in pickles, jams, murabba, pitha, etc. Student, have you seen pickle preparation in your house? Your mom usually she will prepare pickle, so after adding everything, she will in a bulk amount of she will going to pour oil. Okay, so that oil will act as a preservatives. That is why pickle can remain in a good condition for longer period of a time. Why? Because oil is added in it as a preservatives. So it's a natural preservative. Next is chemical preservatives. Acetic acid, commonly it is called as a vinegar. Citric acid, sodium benzoate, and some nitrate and nitrite salts are some examples of chemical preservatives. They are used in sauces, jellies, jams, and in packaged ready to cook vegetables and ready to eat foods, etc. These preservatives keep the food safe for a very long duration. Do you know, student, in Maharashtra, irradiation plants have been installed at Lasalgaon for onions and potatoes, and at Navi Mumbai for spices and condiments. As I told you about this irradiation process, that some of the rays are being used to save the vegetables and spices from fruits from germs and bacteria, and to increase the shelf life of a vegetable, fruit, spices, etc. So for this purpose, there is a plant, okay, irradiation plant has been established in Lasalgaon in Maharashtra and Navi Mumbai. Maharashtra basically in Nasik, and in Navi Mumbai for spices. Student, the microbiologist Louis Pasteur developed the technique of preserving the quality of food by raising its temperature to prevent microbial growth in the food. He was a great scientist, and for this he was awarded. Now student, let us begin with the next topic, that is food adulteration. So students, let's recall some of the question. What is mean by the adulteration of food, student? Think. Yes, adulteration of food commonly defined as the addition or subtraction of any substance to or from food, so that the natural composition and quality of substance is affected. Okay, so it will be, if something is added to increase the quantity in the foodstuff, then it will be harmful, and something is removed from it, so again it will be harmful, as you are not going to get the full ingredients of that product, of that foodstuff. So basically food adulteration is nothing but the addition or subtraction of any substances to the foodstuff. Let us see some of the foodstuffs and their adulterant. So complete the following table, which is on the page number 38 of your textbook. As you can see, the first one is milk, and in milk basically the adulterant are water, starch, urea, detergents, etc. Very harmful. Second, red chili powder. Basically the adulterant are brick powder, salt powder or talc powder. Again harmful. Next is adulterant is given, that is seeds of papaya. It is added in the black pepper. And last one is ice cream. In ice cream, adulterant are washing soda, pepperonyl and ethyl acetate. Student, the health of all people, young and old, poor or rich, is endangered by food adulteration. Different types of adulterants affect our health in different ways. Some adulterants cause abdominal discomfort or poisoning, while some may affect the functioning of some organs if consumed over a long period of time, or even cause cancer. Now student, let us see some more food adulterant. So here adulterants and the foodstuff and their harmful effects. First one is milk. So basically I had told you, unhygienic water adulterant can be used, chalk powder, soap powder, hydrogen peroxide and urea. The side effect will be food poisoning, heart problems, cancer, vomiting and nausea. Nausea means feeling like a vomiting. Then next is black pepper, that is kali mirch. Okay, and adulterant is papaya seed. ओके, पपाया सीड को मिलाते हैं किसमें? काली मिर्च में. इसके वजह से हार्मफुल इफ़ेक्ट क्या होता है? लीवर डिसऑर्डर होता है, लीवर पे प्रॉब्लम आता है एंड स्टमक डिसऑर्डर. ओके, स्टमक में प्रॉब्लम होता है. नेक्स्ट इज़ ऑयल. ऑयल में बेसिकली क्या मिलाते हैं? आर्गेमोन सीड्स. इससे क्या होता है? एपिडेमिक ड्रॉपसी, दिस इज़ काइंड ऑफ अ डिजीज़ एंड सीवियर ग्लूकोमा. नेक्स्ट इज़ घी. घी में क्या मिलाया जाता है? वेजिटेबल ऑयल, एनिमल बॉडी फैट्स. इससे क्या होता है? अनीमिया. अनीमिया मीन्स लैक ऑफ ब्लड, ब्लड की कमी. एंड एनलार्जमेंट ऑफ हार्ट मीन्स हार्ट की साइज इंक्रीज होती है. दिस इज़ ऑल्सो वेरी मच प्रॉब्लमेटिक. नेक्स्ट फूड स्टफ इज़ चिली पाउडर. ओके, उसमें क्या मिलाया जाता है? व्हाट इज़ द अडल्ट्रेंट? ब्रिक पाउडर और सॉडस्ट. कहाँ इफेक्ट होता है? स्टमक प्रॉब्लम होता है. आर्टिफिशियल कलर कैन कॉज कैंसर. And the last one is turmeric powder. टर्मरिक पाउडर में येलो एनिलीन डाई मिलाया जाता है. नॉन परमिटेड कलरेंट्स लाइक मेटेनिल येलो परमिट नहीं है, ये मीन्स इट इज़ नॉट परमिटेड. इससे क्या हो सकता है? कार्सिनोजेनिक एंड स्टमक डिसऑर्डर. सो स्टूडेंट, कैन यू थिंक how food adulterant affect our human body, ourselves? This is so very much dangerous. This is the small few ingredient, few of the food stuff I told you, but basically in all the food stuff there is some kind of a adulterant are present. Even food is adulterated in this way too. Removal of some important components of food, removal of fat component of milk, essence of cloves, cardamoms, etc. Mixing of a low quality inedible or cheaper material of or harmful color with the food. Mixing of some harmful materials like small stone, fine sand, iron fillings, urea, dung of horse, sawdust, etc. Student, how will you find out if food has been adulterated? So, a small test which we can perform at a home. So, first is milk. And in milk, if water is added, then you can do a test by put a drop of milk on a glass slide and slightly incline it to spread the drop. If glass slide is not available, you can just take a spoon, but the surface should be flat, smooth होना चाहिए surface. Okay, उस पे एक drop milk का pour करो. Then what you will find, if the spread mark of milk does not appear milky white, water must have been added to it. अगर वहाँ पे mark नहीं आ रहा है, मतलब white mark नहीं आ रहा है, then the water is being added. Next is रेड चिली पाउडर, और उसमें क्या अडल्ट्रेंट है? ब्रिक डस्ट. टेक अ स्पूनफुल ऑफ चिली पाउडर इन अ बीकर. एड वाटर अप टू हाफ ऑफ द बीकर. स्टिर इट एंड लीव इट अनडिस्टर्ब्ड फॉर फ्यू मिनट. टेक अ ग्लास. एक ग्लास लो, उसके अंदर एक स्पून चिली पाउडर का डालो, उसमें पानी में ऐड करो एंड देन स्टिर करो. ओके, स्टिर करने के बाद में कीप इट अनडिस्टर्ब, उसको डिस्टर्ब मत करो फॉर फ्यू मिनट. इफ द रेड लेयर इज सीन सेटल्ड एट द बॉटम ऑफ द ग्लास और अ बीकर, इट मस्ट हैव बीन अडल्ट्रेटेड विद द ब्रिक डस्ट. अगर वहाँ पे सेटल है बॉटम पे, ठीक है, रेड लेयर सेटल हो गया है, तो देन द ब्रिक डस्ट इज एडेड. नेक्स्ट इज टर्मरिक पाउडर, हल्दी, and the adulterant is metanyl yellow. Take a pinch of turmeric powder in a test tube. Add a small quantity of water to it. Shake the mixture and add a few drops of concentrated HCl. Student, this you cannot do at home because HCl is being added. So, the mixture becomes red on adding concentrated HCl, and the red color does not appear if metanyl yellow is present. अगर वो रेड हुआ तो दैट मीन्स adulterant is not mixed. Next one, last one is rava. Fine iron fillings. Then pass a magnet through the rava. This is the most simplest and easiest method. So just take a magnet and pass it through the rava. आयन फिलिंग्स एडहेर टू द मैग्नेट. अगर उसके अंदर आयन फिलिंग्स होगा तो वो मैग्नेट को आके स्टक हो जाएगा. डू यू नो स्टूडेंट, इन 1954 पार्लियामेंट पास द प्रिवेंशन ऑफ फूड अडल्ट्रेशन एक्ट. It has been amended from time to time, and the amendment of 1976 provides for life imprisonment for the person involving adulterating food with a harmful substance. There are clear direction that food should be properly stored, packing material should not endanger the food or medicine, and there should be clear and legible information on it about the manufacturing date, expiry date, and instructions for storage. So student, for this adulteration there's a imprisonment for lifetime. पूरे साल के लिए, पूरे उम्र के लिए they will be behind the jail, behind the bars. Okay, so carefully just see the manufacturing date, expiry date, and instruction for storage. Students, always remember, some chemicals are injected into fruits to make them more attractive and tasty. Milk vendors add urea to the milk so that it appears to have higher fat content. Shopkeepers change the expiry date of the food packets and airtight containers to avoid financial loss. Calcium carbide and some other chemicals are used to make fruits look more attractive. Example, bright yellow bananas. Frequently, harmful chemicals like carbonated soda, phosphoric acid, etc. are mixed with cold drinks. So student, I want you to do a small assignment based on this module. How does food spoilage occur? Which are various factors spoiling the food? Second, which method of food preservation would you use? And the last one, write the various methods of food protection and preservation with details. And student, these questions to be written in your rough book. So student, we had completed with this chapter and with this module. So student, if you like my video and you want me to make such an educational video, do like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel. Till then student, take care. Thank you.